Good morning. Welcome to Friday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start our day. And I'm loving this card, which I'm sure doesn't surprise you. Once in a while I hit a card I'm not excited about, but this is also one that, again, feels very spot on and comes after I have several people that they and I swap services. And speak of the devil, there's one of them. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome, welcome. So, and Bobby and I will be swapping services this morning. So, but one of my peeps locally here yesterday, it was my turn to receive, and beautiful work, and just reassured me that I'm on the path I'm supposed to be on. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Welcome. Glad you are here from the West Coast. But those reassurances, that those signs that say, good morning, Janine, that say, yes, keep going. You're on the right path. Keep going this way. Love those. Love those. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome, welcome. And at the end of this card, I want to talk about one of those things that lets me know that what the card is talking about is so spot on. So spot on. Good morning, Beth. Welcome. Glad you're here. We have the UP contingent. We have the West Coast. We have all. Then there's Carolyn. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the rainbow and the pretty hearts. Appreciate it. But I'm just kind of smiling because I have a coffee date this morning with someone that I graduated from high school with years ago. Good morning, Jonelle. Welcome. Glad you're here. And again, it's that pregnant sense of there's a reason she's popping back into my life at this point. So it'll be interesting to see what that reason is. We'll see if we can discern it while we're having coffee this morning, or if it's one of those things that's going to develop over time. But there are no accidents. There are no accidents. Same with this card. This card is no accident. So let us begin with some breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Gwen. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And just that much probably already feels like a shift is occurring, right? Good morning, Mel. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. And the 8 of you that are here right now, know that you're destined to hear this message. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Glad you're here. This message feels very pointed and very timely. So let's see what you all think. It is, again, we've been Denise Linning all week. Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn, what your soul wants you to know. And I love, love, love this card. Breakthrough. Breakthrough. Are we not at a point right now? We've got eclipses going on. We've got Mercury retrograde. We've got all manner of stuff going down and popping up. So breakthrough makes total sense to me. Let me move a little closer so you can see. She's reaching for the sun there. Yes, the practical rebels are ready to learn and grow and be strong and go out and influence the world. And this is good stuff. And the affirmation for today: I soar into limitless love, light, and joy. I soar into limitless love, light, and joy. So, here we go. Hold on to your butts. Breakthrough. Card meaning: you're at the precipice of a huge positive breakthrough. Everything that you've been doing for the past few years has been preparing you for this time. An immense self-realization is on its way. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate it. Let's see. There it is. Something for which you've waited a long time is about to come to fruition. Aren't you glad to know that something you've been waiting for, working on, aligning with, is about to flow in, manifest? Your soul wants you to know. Fruit drops from the tree when it is ripe. Flowers open to the day when the sun rises. And a bird's egg cracks open when it's time. Everything that you've been doing has prepared you for the coming breakthrough. Quit standing on the cliff wondering what you should do. Just jump off, spread your arms, and you shall fly. It's not life as usual anymore. Your patience is going to pay off. Old limitations and inner blockages are dropping away. Usually the thing that keeps you from moving forward is fear. This is truly the time to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I'm going to suggest to you that some of us might not even be feeling the fear anymore. That's where I'm at with this stuff that's coming up. And I just think this is such a spot on card. So that old limitations and inner blockages are dropping away. If you've been reading any of the stuff that's out there with regard to what's going on energetically right now, that's the theme. Cutting loose the stuff that has bound us in, kept us in a little box, only allowed us to go so far into stepping into our gifts. All bets are off. It's a wide open field now. As Maria Shriver says, let's meet in the open field. Let's step into the open field. Let's be there. Let's move things forward from this place. Again, I'm reading this fabulous book. I'm hoping some of you will read it, and then at some point we can have conversation about it because it's such a good book. So it's called Climate, A New Story by Charles Eisenstein. Good morning, Jobel. Glad you are here. And he is a deep thinker, people. So there's times when I have to go back and reread some stuff, and he uses language that I love. Language, I love big words. Not to put people off, but to capture something more specifically than a series of lesser words would capture it. So to really nail it on the head. And sometimes I have to go and look, ooh, that's a cool new word. I got to go look that one up. But I love that. I love that. Stretches my brain, right? So usually the thing that keeps you from moving forward is fear. This is truly a time to feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm going to say it's truly a time to feel the breakthrough and do it anyway. Do it anyway. So I'll give you my example from this week. And there's so much about this that is pointing to the changes within me and how I look at things differently. Fear doesn't prevent death, it prevents life. Absolutely true. Yes, 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 yes. And again, the timing of that. Think about that. There's no accidents. There's no accidents. And the naysayers can go, Bonnie, you're nuts. There's accidents. And there's, the world is just a series of random events. Okay, you believe that. That is fine. You can believe that. I choose to believe that there's a divine organizing energy to all of this. So here's my deal. What day was it? Monday? I think it was Monday. Monday or Tuesday? Well, I got it sitting right here. Look, Bunny. No, it was actually Wednesday. That week kind of gets away from me. Anywho, on the front page of our local paper, there was an article about local businesses pulling pranks for April Fool's Day on their customers. So there is a beloved meat market in the neighborhood where the church is, where I'm working on the affordable housing project, right? They put a sign out in front of the business that said under new management, and on their Facebook page, they posted, we're selling the business for yet another apartment complex in the city of Appleton. Something along that lines. And the flavor of it was, here we go, another housing project in our neighborhood. Negative, right? And I thought, ooh, there's that little catch, like, uh-oh, is this going to reflect poorly on our project? But the next thought was, here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity. And how would I like to manage this opportunity? And in the past, where I would have been more, I need to send a letter to the editor, I need to talk to, whoever about this, and not talk directly to the person who was involved with it. So what I'm going to do is early next week, I'm going to call there, see if I can get a time to go in and introduce myself and explain our project and give them a copy of the report that we've gotten and kind of play up, build up. And then I'm in the newsletter I'm sending out today, I'm also asking the neighbors who frequent this beloved meat market to talk about their support for our project so that the owners of the meat market get the idea that the neighbors are on board with this. Let's not turn them away from this positive thing, and that we're not looking to just build a warehouse for people. We got enough warehouses for people. We're looking to create a community. And again, going back to the book, That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about we need in order to survive as humanity. That what we've done so far, commodifying everything. We talk about forests as board feet. We talk about, animals as meat sources. We talk, all this stuff. What we need, and it sounds airy-fairy, and he says, at the risk of losing the support of all of my scientific friends, I'm going to say this anyway, we need community. We need to get back to where we're talking to our neighbors and where we see those who are vastly different than us in their thought process as people to learn from and people to talk to and people to listen to. Again, I think if I could bring a couple of skill sets back online, one of them would be listening. Listening to hear and to truly understand rather than listening to retort. Okay, so now I found my chink in his armor and now I can go after him and make my point and win the conversation. No. It's about, tell me why you believe what you believe. What sources are you drawing on for this? And again, not so that I can refute those sources, but so that I can truly understand as best I can, stepping into that person's shoes. Where's this coming from? Where's this coming from? And most difficult, I think, to do that with people. Yes, very much consumerism. And we cannot. This was the part that I was just reading. Yes, absolutely, going to talk directly to him. And from a very kind and loving place. Because certainly, prior to me learning all I've learned about this whole thing, I might have been in the same place. Yeah, another skyscraper, another whatever. But when we have a system that is based on this kind of stuff, right now, we make it financially, for sure, difficult for people to do the right thing, right? We subsidize farmers to have monocrops, to have massive farms. We don't do much for the little farmer who has multiple crops and multiple kinds of animals being raised and is its own little ecosystem in and of itself. We don't support that, right? So how can we blame people, good morning, Sarah, for being influenced by this system that is such a behemoth, right? It's cracking. It's breaking down, which is going to scare a whole lot of people, right? But as it cracks and breaks down, we're going to find that we can shift to things that are more sustainable. And those sustainable things will literally be sustainable because they'll be supported. He talks about money and how the system that we've created of money continues to perpetuate our problems. And that money isn't going to be the way to go. So look at some of the things that have popped up to counter that process, to steer outside of it. Yes, we've got the whole Bitcoin thing and whatever, but even just for myself, bartering. Charles Eisenstein, bartering. Bartering is a way of exchanging goods and services such that those in the exchange get what they need, but there's no money crossing hands, right? Let's go back to a whole lot of bartering. Let's see how that gets people what they need. What we see with a monetary system is many people don't get what they need, right? So the healthcare stuff, I just paid $1,800 out of pocket to find out that my heart's just fine. That's a whole lot of peace of mind. That's expensive peace of mind. Not everybody can do that, right? So the system needs modification, or needs to crash and burn and we'll do something else instead, whatever. But to have this bigger framework, like he's talking, like those who do energy work are talking, I think helps give us comfort as we're going through what I call the belches, wheezes, and coughs of systems falling apart. sometimes things have to fall apart before the phoenix can rise out of the ashes, right? And sometimes we need greater minds like Charles Eisenstein to say, you've got the blinders on. All you're seeing is what you can see with the blinders on. Now we need to take the blinders off and see that there's much more visible when you take the blinders off. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. But here it is. Breakthrough. Breakthrough. That absolutely true. Absolutely true. And we need to get comfortable with alternative ways of doing things. We're used to doing things through our government. For instance, we make laws, we, blah, blah, blah. We can see how well that's working right now, right? So there will be some modifications that come up through, within the system and outside of the system that allow things to move again. But again, sometimes we have to hit this point where nothing's working real well in order for innovation to pop up. So, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I'd like you to think about, what are the breakthroughs that you're on the edge of that precipice? You're standing there and you're looking down and you're going, oh, hell no. Take the step. Take the step. She talks about the leap. But as I've said before, oftentimes it can be a step. It can be sticking a toenail's length forward. That can be sufficient to cue the universe. I'm ready. Send some stuff my way. Let's see what happens. So, sending some stuff my way was the article. Here's your opportunity. What will you do with it? And I will. I will. So, let's see. What are your opportunities? Let's open your eyes beyond what you typically see. What is the opportunity in this difficulty in my life? I want you to practice that. What is the opportunity in this difficulty in my life? Have an awesome time with that. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.